Hi there Aquarius, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. Happy New Year, welcome to 2021. This is going to be your yearly overview reading, and Aquarius, what we're going to do is look at each month from January through to December in this tarot wheel. I have chosen a key energy from the Rider-Waite and then a clarifier from the Star Child Tarot. We're just going to see what the cycles, the themes, the energies may be for each of the months for you. Now, what I can say, Aquarius, is all the major arcana, you've got the most out of the signs that I've done so far, the air signs. In this reading, you have got 2 Emperors, 2 Hanged Man, 2 Judgment cards, and you've also got Justice and the Empress as well. So many big energies. As an overview, the first quarter is looking quite powerful and intense. Definitely going to be facing some things, maybe even some inner demons in that quarter. I see you getting the kind of breakthrough and the forward movement and new start that you may be seeking on the other side of this in the second quarter. And then we have you seeking the new path beyond that. So let's jump in, Aquarius, and go to your January. Empress and Perspective. Now this is actually the Hanged Man. It's just called Perspective in this deck here. So, you know, with the Empress, it really looks like you're wanting to kick off this year right. You know, there's something that you might want to create, birth into the world. For some of you, it could even be, you know, conception or physical birth or pregnancy or something like that. But with the Hanged Man energy here, there is a sense that maybe there has been a period of being stuck, of not actually being able to bring this through. And it could have been, you know, because of what we've journeyed in 2020. So it's all about you kind of getting unstuck, I'm kind of feeling, in the first half of the year. So the Hanged Man says, do you need to see things from a different perspective, a different viewpoint? What are you not seeing here? What might be the blocks, obstacles, and challenges? Do you need to die the death of the Hanged Man, which is basically going through that grief process to a place of acceptance? And it's accepting what we've been through in 2020, you know, how things might look this year. That is actually the liberation point. So that is possible here. The Empress, you know, really is about your dreams and desires becoming realized, actually being birthed into the physical realm. And the Empress says anything is possible. Now, to have the Empress kicking off your year, this is a huge blessing for the year. She can stand for abundance as well. And she really says, you know, dream big this year, and in January, set those goals and intentions, because she wants to make this your year, right? But it's not necessarily going to be without the shaking off of the old. In February here, powerful energies, the Emperor and the Devil. We have Aries and we have Capricorn here from the major arcana. Now this is really interesting because the Emperor is all about stepping up, getting back into the driver's seat of your life, taking control, beginning to consciously create with the Empress your life how you want it, to build your empire. And it's interesting because I find the Devil kind of the opposite of that. That would be, you know, playing small, maybe sabotaging opportunities, you know, buying into your own limiting beliefs or those of others. It can be, you know, engaging in situations that bind us or toxic situations. So I feel that you might be gaining power over something that has held you back significantly, and it could have been for quite a long time, because we've got the Emperor in March as well with the Judgment energy. So, you know, this is about what is that demon, that devil that is holding you back from the fresh new start that you want. It's time to address it in February and then lay a new foundation for whatever it is, that dream that the Empress is going to help you bring through. What's that card? Was getting very hot there. almost caught that one on fire, guys. I hold them too close to the candle. So here in March we have got Judgment. It's called Awakening in this deck, and it also appears in December as well, and we have the Emperor. So I'm kind of thinking that it's all coming into conscious awareness in the first quarter. You are going to see things so clearly. You're going to be seeing through the illusions, and you're going to need to know exactly what you need to do throughout the year. But it may not be, I'm thinking, until December that you completely liberate yourself from whatever this is, right? There's some steps involved, right? And I really feel that March is you kind of awakening to the fact that, yeah, okay, the only way to go now is to step into the Emperor energy and go boldly forward into the unknown. You know, protect your emotions. The Emperor is not somebody who buys into the emotional charge. The Emperor is somebody who operates very much on practical, logical, strategic steps forward. So the Judgment energy is about liberating yourself from toxic energy. Like, I'm just going to bring this in here so you can see the Rider version. You know, these people are launching out naked and vulnerable from these small black boxes, and I always say it's the devil energy, Aquarius, in those boxes. Now we've just had the devil in February, so you are being asked to liberate yourself in March from what has held you back. And I feel that it's not completely going to happen in March. This is where we get the wake-up call, the awakening. I've had the divine intervention, or I've heard the call of the angel, I've heard the angel's trumpet. I know that I now need to step into the driver's seat of my life, and the time really is this year. It is time to create change in my life. So in April, we have got the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. And it's interesting because Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn in the Minor Arcana. And I always say she's the one that's danced with the devil, and she's recovered and she's refocused her energy. But here we have it with the Seven of Swords, which again can be that limitation of the mind, that sabotage. So this is I guess a little warning. Don't fall back into the trappings, right? Stay in that Queen of Pentacles energy. Stay focused. For some of you, this could be around abundance creation. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is, you know, the partner of the King of Pentacles, a master abundance creator. There could be some sabotage going on in your finances or in your work sector. It could be about that. Or it could be somebody, you know, that you're in a relationship with that's just kind of undermining you or stealing your thunder, or, you know, dare I say it, maybe even, you know, a betrayal going on. The Seven of Swords can be about that. So it's really time to see clearly in April. Make sure that you are, you know, getting all the information, all the details, and really seeing things for what they are. You're being asked to move into Queen energy. Queen of Pentacles is very practical, very grounded, very compassionate, and she's somebody that can, you know, really, even if times get tough, she can pull it all together and keep on going in the home and in the work sector. So in May, you have got Starseed, which is actually the Fool, and the King of Cups. So here is that fresh new beginning that has been kind of waiting for you to really step up and take it. So the Fool is about taking maybe a leap of faith. You might be taking a leap of faith with a Scorpio or a water sign here. You might be taking a leap of faith and stepping up into some kind of leadership position with the King of Cups. It is a king as well here. I mean, Starseed or Fool is all about taking a leap of faith to walk a new path, a fresh new start, a new beginning, but we don't always know where we're heading. We just know that the old wasn't working, and we're now ready to follow the Empress to what we desire. The King of Cups says it's time to, you know, really work on your emotional grounding. Stay balanced when the waters get high, the emotional waters. Stay cool, calm, collected, but compassionate and empathetic. And yes, some of you might be having some kind of fresh new start with a Scorpio energy, as I mentioned before. So in June, we see the Hanged Man come back and the Chariot here with it. So we've got Cancer here from the Major Arcana. So this is the feeling a little bit stuck and bound again. And it's to do with the moving on. The moving on from that first quarter situation and embracing that fresh new beginning with the Fool. And it's interesting because the Chariot asks you sometimes to leave a comfort zone or a sense of home. There could be a relocation that you're kind of wondering, do I, don't I, how am I going to make it work? You know, some of you might be wondering how it's all going to fall into place, what the full details are going to be. And the Hanged Man is you you know, waiting for that enlightenment, waiting for that aha moment, which is the Ace of Swords. We can see it coming as to, okay, all right, now I can leap because I can see that, yeah, the bills will be paid, or I've got somewhere to go to, or something like that. And then you can make that clear, aligned decision. And when you make a clear, aligned decision rather than sitting on the fence and juggling and weighing things up, that's when that Chariot moves forward at pace. And I love this version of the Chariot with the unicorn here, because for me, this is a symbol of that freedom, that liberation that you have been seeking, you know, with the Judgment energy and the Devil energy as well. So it can be a moving away, it can be a moving towards. Either way, it's a victory. It's a real card of victory. It's a victory that's going to free you from a situation. So, I mean, for some of you, it could be leaving a job that you have wanted to for a long time. You know, we can say the same about our relationships. Or it could be finally, you know, moving on, physically relocating to another town, interstate, or something like that. Because in July here, look what we've got. We've got the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So the stress is over. Right, there is definitely some kind of transition or rite of passage here with the Six of Swords. This can back up what we saw in the Chariot. That can actually be travel, physical relocation. It is a moving on. It's a moving on with a little bit of a heavy heart. And we can kind of see that with the energies that have come forward. Otherwise it would have been easy and we wouldn't keep getting the Hanged Man come up. So there is some kind of rite of passage. You are moving towards a time of greater peace, of greater harmony. And I'm really feeling that there's a completion that needs to take place for that to happen, because I just noticed here that we have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords together. They make 10, and the Ten of Swords, of course, is a painful ending, is, you know, letting go of what has held us back and the stress and the burden. Don't get caught up in the mind with the Nine of Swords, the overthinking and the over-analyzing, because that will only hinder the clarity coming in for you. Because the Ace of Swords says that there is going to be a breakthrough, an insight might come to you, the inspiration, the strategy for how to move forward that you were seeking in the Hanged Man energy will be revealed to you in July. Again, it's saying this transition is actually your victory, and it's moving you towards a greater sense of authenticity and alignment in your life. Okay, so in the August month here, Aquarius, we've got the Nine of Pentacles and Justice. Yeah, as a result of this transition, some of you might be looking at legal proceedings as well. There could be a divorce, a separation, a contractual agreement, a house sale that needs to be reviewed. Justice is the energy that comes into a situation where a change, an adjustment, a modification needs to happen to bring things back into balance. It can be a victory card as well. It's Libra in the Major Arcana, and it comes in with the Nine of Pentacles. And this here is my energy of you being in quite a single, independent, autonomous energy, shining so brightly doing it. So if you have left a relationship where you've gone out on your own with work, this says that you will be the one that is sitting very pretty. And, you know, if this does involve money, this justice situation, potentially you will benefit greatly from that, especially with the Empress in the reading. So the Nine of Pentacles is looking good, feeling good. It's being in a really high vibrational energy, maybe after releasing that Ten of Swords, that burden, that weight, that burnout. If you have been going through any kind of fatigue or health issues, this is definitely the recovery, and it comes because you've brought justice finally to the situation that has been upon you for the first half of the year. September, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This is all about new beginnings and putting the work in. I mean, the Page of Pentacles can say that in this month we get a new commitment, a new contract, new job opportunity, new home, whatever it is that you're seeking that is in the physical, tangible. The Page of Pentacles can be that in its infancy, the opportunities coming in, the seed that you can plant and expand from the 1 to the 8. So it can actually be a physical messenger as well that tips you off about something that's going to benefit you greatly. For some of you, you might be taking a course of study this month. You might be just working really hard to get yourself ahead. But the person in the Eight of Pentacles generally doesn't mind, because you're carving out that fresh new path, one that you've probably wanted to for a while, but there was an element of being stuck or limited or not believing in yourself before. Now you're finally doing it. You've had justice over the past. You're working really hard, but you're happy because everything you're creating is in alignment and is your own, Aquarius. October, we have got Serenity, which is actually the Hermit, and we have the Eight of Cups here. So the Eight of Cups is the energy of moving away from something that hasn't been emotionally fulfilling. It could be linked to the past situation, it could be something else, of course that's always possible, but it's really having the awakening, probably from going within, spending some time reflecting as the Hermit does, and realizing that an area or situation in your life is not really delivering the satisfaction emotionally, the joy, the love, the happiness, the harmony, the peace that you really wanted. And it's that awakening to, I can never complete the picture here. There's always going to be a piece missing. So this person here, you, makes the journey to find the Ninth Cup, the wish fulfillment. You want wish fulfillment now. You know it's not in this situation, whatever it is. Your intuition has spoken to you and you're getting ready to make that transition. And the Hermit really says, trust your intuition, trust your wisdom, seek your own counsel. Some of you might be having a sense of spiritual awakening or a deepening in that as well. Some of you might be going through the recovery and healing after what you've journeyed in the last quarter also. Okay, November, we have got Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, I mean the Four of Swords again is about a pause, a rest, a recovery. I'm kind of feeling that is the kind of focus of the last couple of months, because there is a sense here that you're not entirely sure how to move forward, right? In the Four of Swords, excuse me, it's about taking a momentary pause to heal, to rest, to recover in order to get the clarity, see the Ace of Swords there, to move forward, to establish a new plan for yourself. And the Seven of Cups says that there is some confusion. Maybe you've got quite a few opportunities to choose from. Maybe you're just not too sure what direction to go. Maybe you're in a situation where whoever, whether that was a boss, partner, mentor from the past, is dangling the carrots, making some promises. Just be careful, because the Seven of Cups is my hollow promises card, and it can say that all that glitters isn't gold. So it can be one of those scenarios, right? Getting reeled back by things that appeal to the ego, more money, you know, the kind of promises of, you know, doing the work in a relationship, that kind of thing. You're really being asked to take a pause and to really deeply think and get clarity on the situation. For others of you, this is just going to be feeling a little overwhelmed by the opportunities that are now presenting to you. And finishing in your December, we've got Judgment again, Nine of Wands and the Page of Wands. This is where the door gets closed on a situation. It is the final call. Judgment says, is there anything to be salvaged in the situation, whatever it is for you? It is an indication that it's time to forgive and forget. It's the last call. What are you doing? Are you going to liberate yourself, or are you getting back into the black box? There's some kind of maybe divine intervention as well that could happen here. Because, my goodness, we can see from the energies, the big energies in this reading, Aquarius, that you have weathered the storm. You've put up a fight and you've tried to fight for what you've truly wanted here. The Nine of Wands can be that feeling of being the wounded warrior, you know, but really it's an indication that you have what you need to basically complete a very big karmic cycle here, because the Page of Wands carries that last wand, and the 9 plus the 1 equals the 10 of Wands. This is where you release the weight, the burden, the stress of a situation, and it could have been wrapping up legal things to do with the situation, you know, needing to wait till a contractual agreement was completed. Sorry, I cannot talk. Something like that. It's not until December that you have that full freedom, is what I'm seeing, and you've had to kind of have endurance. But, you know, that new beginning is just so close you can taste it in December. What I love about this Page of Wands is that she's looking over her shoulder going, you know what, it has been good, you know, I've had 8 cups in this situation, I've journeyed a lot, I've grown and all of that, but I am now ready to transform my life and my reality. I'm ready to go through the Stargate. Also reminds me of the chrysalis, the cocoon that the hermit goes in to transform spiritually, to go through a rebirth, right? And she's taking one look over her shoulder and saying, you know what, 2021, it's been a great ride, but I am ready for the new. I am really, really ready for 2022, and I really feel that that is when you are just going to go to the next level. So it's a year, Aquarius, of tying up that loose end, you know, completing a big karmic cycle here and getting clarity over your life, and so that you can really head towards the wish fulfillment. But tune into that Empress. I mean, she wants to help you make all of this happen, but of course we need to take the inspired action to get there. Okay, Aquarius, well, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm wishing you all the best this year with those big energies. Do keep in mind this is a snapshot in time. Energies will change and shift over the year. I suggest that you check back in maybe every couple of months and see how it's progressing. And I'll also be releasing the weekly readings and also the monthly readings, which can add obviously another dimension to how this is playing out. Keep in mind it won't be everyone's reading for every month. However, I've had some pretty good feedback on the ones from last year that a lot of people resonated with them, so we will see what happens this time around. So Aquarius, I wish you all the best, take care, and I'll see you throughout the year for plenty more readings.